Hey guys, my name is Allison Williams, and I wanted to welcome you to your online math class. I'm creating this welcome video. It's kind of a generic welcome video for all of my classes that are online to kind of explain the basic setup and format I use in all of my online classes. So first and foremost, when you log into Canvas, right at the top, you should see my syllabus. It's really important because this is generic that you go through the syllabus. Each class can be a little bit different. So your expectations, what you can see for the course, you should probably go ahead and get a feel for that by reading the syllabus right after this video. Now, the textbook for the class, it could possibly be one to be purchased, but it also could be an OER textbook. If it's to be purchased, it'll be listed in my syllabus, and there'll probably be a link to the publisher in case you decide to do a electronic format to the book. But if it's an OER textbook, there will definitely be a link also on Canvas that'll be linking you to the textbook. It's possible I have it set up by chapter. It just really depends on the class and the textbook on the best way for me to set that up for you guys. So click around, especially at the top of Canvas. I have all of the general information there. Also will be the homework. The homework is going to be done from the textbook. So I know most online classes, and I used to do it this way too. I would do online homework. I don't do that anymore. I find it is much better for my students in math to do textbook homework like you would do in a traditional class, even though it's online, okay? So all of the homework is gonna come out of your textbook. If it's an OER textbook, it's coming out of there, okay? All of the homework is coming from the textbook. So the homework assignments will already be posted. It might be in a couple packets. It might be one packet, but click around till you see the homework assignments. It'll be listed by section, and then it'll tell you what problems you need to do for each section. You will complete that on your own piece of paper, and then you will be turning that in. Typically, I collect the homework weekly in an online class, so there'll be a place for you to submit that on Canvas. You will need to scan it, and I find, please use a scanning app instead of taking pictures. I find that, first of all, the quality is better with a scanning app. And second of all, it allows you to put multiple pages in one document. And that's way easier for me to grade and see. And it's way easier for you when you're submitting rather than submitting multiple things and possibly Canvas having an issue, which I've seen many times when people try to upload a bunch of pictures. Using a scanning app makes it into a PDF, and it just does like one document and it's done. It's just multiple pages on the document. My favorite scanning app is Adobe Scan. It's free. It's super easy to use. I recommend that you get that one. And I know I used to have an old phone that could handle the app. So it's a good app, and it works really well with all the phones that I've seen. Okay, so for homework, I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit more. Homework due dates are pretty flexible. I tend to be really nice about, if you're gonna work on the homework and you're willing to turn it in late, I'm willing to accept it for full credit. You know, I don't take anything off for turning it in late. There are due dates on Canvas. Those are what I call soft due dates, meaning it's wise to get it done by that time because, you know, you're gonna be going and doing more work. So getting those homework assignments done early is smart. But if you don't get it done or you only partially get it done, you could submit it and you should still be able to go back and submit more later. So if you finish them up, you can submit more later on and get more points. So with homework, I allow you basically to submit all the way up until our last day of class, which is the final exam, okay? Also, if you have questions on the homework, part of how I set it up is you can check your answers in the books. So all the books I use, no matter what class it is, there are answers usually provided for the odd problems. Check your answers, and if you're not getting them correct, you could post on the homework forum. That's how I like to answer questions. Otherwise, I'm answering like the same question multiple times for several different people, and it just becomes silly. When everybody's doing number 3 in section 3.4, right? Why not post it on the forum, and then everyone can see how to do number 3 on section 3.4. You're welcome to answer others' questions on the homework forum. I will double check to make sure the answers are correct. So if somebody doesn't give you the right answer, I'll say something to you so you're aware. All right. So that's how homework is kind of ran on my online classes. Now, I usually have the classes set up by weeks. So the first block you'll see on Canvas is all the information I told you about, the syllabus, the textbook, the homework. And then depending on your class, there might even be more information up there at the top. But then it's going to go by weeks after that. And so each week you'll have videos to watch. You might have notes provided for your class. Not all of my classes do I have lecture notes. Not all of them need it. Some of them just, it's a shorter lectures. They don't need the notes. Sometimes I want you to write all the notes down. It's a type of class, just really depends. But if you have notes, I'll post those and you can print them off and just take notes with me on the lecture. Otherwise, watch the lecture videos and take notes. Okay, that's part of what I expect you to be doing first and every week. All right. Once you have done that, there might be a whole bunch of other things there. Like you might have to turn in your homework for that week. Often I have quizzes. Quizzes are timed. Quizzes are on homework. In fact, I actually pull the questions from the quiz from the homework. So maybe I liked number 3 from section 3.4 and I put that on the quiz. You are allowed to use your homework on the quiz. So if you've done your homework and you take the quiz, you should get full credit on your quizzes, okay? Quizzes, like I said, are timed and they do have a hard due date, meaning I don't allow those to be taken all the way up until final exam. You need to stay on top of your quizzes. That's my way of kind of keeping you on top of the homework as best I can, all right? That way you don't get behind, but you can use your homework on those. The quizzes, you will have to, the way I have it set up, it's pretty basic. Once you click on the quiz and start it, you'll just see the quiz as a document. You click on that. You can print it if you want. I kind of have it set up so that you could fill it out as if I was giving it to you in class. You don't have to do that though. You can do your work on a separate piece of paper, but you will have to scan it and submit it on Canvas before the timer is up. Okay, that's the trick with my quizzes. You have to get it all done before the timer is up. If you don't get your quiz scanned and submitted within the time limit, you won't get credit for that quiz. You'll get a 0, all right? If you're having trouble because you're not using a scanning app and you're trying to upload multiple pages and Canvas isn't working for you, I'm sorry, I can only accept the pages that are submitted on Canvas, all right? You need to make sure that you get it all submitted and ready to go when you're done with the quiz. So be mindful of the time, and it's more important to submit the quiz than finish. So if you find yourself running out of time and you have another question to do, stop, go ahead, scan it, submit the quiz. It's better to get it turned in and get some points than to try to finish and not get any points for not getting it turned in on time, all right? I do allow some late passes when it comes to quizzes. Like if you know that there's going to be an issue and you can't take it in time, you just let me know. I'll try to work with you if you need to kind of have a little bit of flexibility. But quizzes aren't that flexible. I need you to kind of keep up on them and get them done in time. I do drop the lowest quiz score. So if a quiz doesn't go well, don't stress about that, okay? You won't have to worry about it. I do have a mock quiz available for you to practice. So that way you can see what the timer looks like, see how it's going to be formatted. It's going to be just like that every single time. Give you a chance to practice scanning and submitting within the time limit, okay? So there's quizzes. And then on top of the classes, I might have some forums. I might have some worksheets. It really depends on the class. Some classes have a lot of forums and worksheets. Some don't have much at all, like just a few, okay? If the class has a lot of curriculum, you may not see very many worksheets or forum assignments, but if the class's curriculum is a little bit on the lighter side, you're definitely going to see more forums and worksheets. And you might even have projects. It really does depend on the class. Exams are in person. So exams have dates where I will be available to give them, okay? That'll be posted on the syllabus. So go look at the syllabus to see the dates of the exams. Most of my classes online classes are a midterm and a final. Sometimes they have 2 tests and a final. It just kind of depends on the class. Go look at the syllabus to see that information. Those I will be doing at specific times. If you can't be there at the time I have listed on the syllabus, you are allowed to take the test in the testing center on campus, okay, either in Newport or Lincoln City, but you'll have to schedule that. And as we get closer to exams, I'll post something about that in the announcements so that you can go ahead and get that scheduled and make sure that you are available to take the exam there instead of with me I usually schedule them in the evening and over Zoom. Okay, so just be aware of that. That's how I do the exams. And I think that's it. If you do have questions about your class, I'm more than happy to answer those. Please read the syllabus. All of this information you're expected to kind of know because this is how online classes work. I give you the information. You need to go through them, read it, watch videos, and pay attention to when I send out announcements, okay? But yes, that's it. I hope that you have a wonderful term and good luck, and I'll see you online.